Your Amazon PPC campaigns are not performing as well as you hoped, then you have come to the right place, because in this video I will share 4 insanely effective tips that will most definitely boost your PPC performance. My name is Chris, I'm selling on Amazon for more than 4 years, and in the last year I have learned everything about Amazon PPC. I'm sharing that knowledge on my channel, and we are starting right away with my tip number 1, and that is to create a campaign structure in a way that gives you the best possible amount of control, and with that the best chances to be as profitable as possible. And the following structure has been proven to be extremely effective. So we want to have several campaigns, yes, but we want to have per campaign only one ad group and a maximum of 5 keywords per campaign. And the reason I do single ad groups in my campaigns is because the budget, when I've done multiple campaigns back in the days, multiple ad groups, it won't flow evenly. So it might go like 80% here and 20% there. And we can't really control it. But we want to get control, and we want to get data and visibility for all our ad groups, and through the ad groups for all our keywords. So if you have a single ad group compared to multiple, the money flows, let's say, smoothly down to all our keywords that we have picked carefully in the beginning. And we want obviously that all of our keywords get impressions, and also they have the chance with the impressions to get clicks and sales. And now the reason why I do 5 keywords per campaign only is when I have added like 15 or 20 in the past, then I have noticed that the budget will stay with the top 5 keywords, and then the ones at the bottom won't get money at all often, even though the ones at the bottom could have a much better performance compared to the ones in the top. And that's because the way Amazon works, and Amazon is going to say, okay, these ones, maybe they have a higher search volume, they have a higher chance of making sales, even if they're not profitable. So they will just push the money in there. And that is one reason why our campaigns can be ineffective. And that's why we want to change something in our campaign structure, and we want to have more control and only 5 keywords per campaign. And now the question is, how do I embed all my keywords into my campaigns when I'm setting up 5 keywords only in each campaign, and potentially you have like 40 or 50 relevant keywords? So how do we do that? And the answer is, you have to add keywords by similar search volume, because if you put high search volume and low search volume together, you'll notice that the high search volume keywords, they will just suck all the budget, and the low ones, they will not get any budget, even though they might actually perform really well. And that's why we always want to separate the keywords by search volume in order to get the best performance. And tip number 2 is targeting bad competition in categories. So there is a feature that exists since, I think, more than 2 years already. And honestly, it's amazing, and I don't know why not more people are using it. So basically, when you go to do your product targeting campaign, you can either enter a category or a list of products, or also you can use the Amazon suggestions. So if you click category, then there are plenty of categories that we can target. And now what I suggest you to do is to search for your niche on Amazon. Let's say you're selling peanut butter. Then you search for peanut butter on Amazon. And then if you have the Helium 10 Chrome extension, it will tell you the subcategory, you can see that here, for every single product on that page. So what I do is I take all of those subcategories and I make a list of them, and then I start making them a target in my campaign. So if we come over here, then we can add categories, and before you click add, you click filter, and now it'll let you select which brands you want to target, a certain rating, a price range. So what I do is I select all of those different categories, and I'll filter and I'll target everything that is 3 stars or less, and everything that is at least $3 more expensive than my product is. And that's definitely easy money, because if we have 4 or 4.5 stars and we are targeting products that have 3 stars or less, and then they are even more expensive than our product by $3, then it is very likely that the customers are going to prefer our product. And then we are going to take a good amount of their traffic, of the people that want to buy their product, because they are also doing advertisement, and then we are coming on their listing and taking their customers. And tip number 3 is start with a big budget and small bits at the same time, and that will make sure that you hit that sweet spot without wasting a penny. So I see a lot of people starting with a budget of 10 to 20 US dollars. And if there is one thing you can do in Amazon PPC to ruin your campaigns, is to start with a low budget, and you'll see soon why I say that. So I want you to start with a massive budget, a budget of let's say $100 or $200 per day, but we keep the bid very low at the same time. And we don't need to be afraid of losing money, because we need to keep in mind that if your bid is, let's say, 20 cents and your budget is $200, it's not going to spend the $200, because if you're going to be the lowest one who bids, then you're probably not being seen by many people, so you won't get many impressions anyways at first. And then you can slowly increase and increase and increase your bids up until the point where you hit that sweet spot without losing money. Let's say you hit 70 cents and then you see, okay, my ACOS is good, but I'm not really getting enough impressions. And then you increase it again, and then you'll have, let's say, a bid of 90 cents. And then you're like, okay, now I'm getting a lot of good impressions. And maybe then you hit $1.10. And then that's the sweet spot where you have good impressions and a good ACOS. And that's how you want to do it in order to save as much money as possible. And I want to remind you as well that the sweet spot is always moving on Amazon, because the market changes, your competition changes, and we can actually see that right now. Again, in the Red Sea, pirates are attacking cargo ships and the shipments are going to arrive late. Then sellers are going to be out of stock. And because of that, basically the competition drops out. And suddenly the same dollar that I bid earlier, where I were at the bottom maybe, then suddenly, boom, we're at the top. And tomorrow when they come back in, we might be back with our bid somewhere in the middle or somewhere in the lower field. And then I want you to keep in mind that we always have to be dynamic with the bid adjustment. And in terms of a bigger budget again, Amazon will recognize that and look at the bigger budget and see, okay, wow, this guy is bidding $1 and he has $200 budget, so we can give him 200 clicks. Versus if Amazon sees only there are like $20 that can be spent, and that will be only 20 clicks, and then Amazon is saying, come on, what is that? And Amazon will actually reward you for a bigger budget. And my tip number 4, I have quite a few more tips and tricks up my sleeve. So if you want to see more videos about how to increase your PPC performance, please leave a comment down below in the video description. And if we reach 40 comments, then I'll share more tips in another video. And at last, I want to say, if you sign up to Helium 10 with my link in the video description, then you will get a free coaching session and we will get on a video call together, and we can use that to improve your PPC campaigns together. And also check out my coaching program. It's also down in the video description. And if you just have launched a new product, then here in the next video is a guide how you can structure your campaigns after product launch.